we will be studying about enthalpy. What is enthalpy? Enthalpy is sum of internal energy of the system and the energy associated with the system due to pressure and volume. So mathematically, enthalpy can be written as H is equal to U plus PV. What is H? H is enthalpy. So enthalpy is denoted by the letter capital H. What is H? Enthalpy. What is U? Internal energy. What is P? Pressure. And V is the volume. Change in enthalpy is given as H2 minus H1, where H2 is enthalpy in the final state and H1 is enthalpy of the initial state. Remember, enthalpy is a state function and it is an extensive property. Just now we saw that change in enthalpy is final state enthalpy minus initial state enthalpy, which can be written as delta H is equal to H2 minus H1. Let us apply the definition of enthalpy for initial and final state. Then I get H2 will be equal to U2 plus P2 V2 and H1 is U1 plus P1 V1. H2, U2, P2 and V2 are enthalpy, internal energy, pressure and volume of the system in the final state. H1, U1, P1, V1 are enthalpy, internal energy, pressure and volume of the system in the final state. In this first expression, let us substitute for H2 and H1. So I will get delta H is equal to U2 plus P2 V2 minus U1 plus into minus will become minus P1 V1. Therefore, delta H will be all U terms I will take in one bracket minus or plus I can take P2 V2 minus P1 V1. Let us assume that pressure is constant. Let P1 is equal to P2 is equal to P. Then delta H will be equal to U2 minus U1 plus P into V2 minus P into V1. Therefore, delta H is equal to delta U plus P into bracket V2 minus V1. Therefore, delta H is equal to delta U plus P delta V. This is the mathematical expression for change in enthalpy. Just now we have derived the relation for change in enthalpy, which states that delta H is equal to delta U plus P delta V. Call this as relation number 1. We have seen mathematical expression of first law of thermodynamics for isobaric process. What does the mathematical expression say? Delta U is equal to QT minus P external into delta V. Let P external be equal to P. Therefore, delta U is equal to QP minus P delta V. Rearranging the terms, I get QP is equal to delta U plus P delta V. Call this as relation number 2. From 1 and 2. In both the relation RHS is same, so LHS has to be same. Therefore, QP is equal to delta H. So, change in enthalpy of the system is nothing but heat transfer taking place in the system at constant pressure. Now let us see what is the relation between delta H and delta U for a chemical reaction. So now what are we going to study? We are going to study the relation between delta H, change in enthalpy, and delta U, change in internal energy for a chemical reaction. The basic mathematical expression which involves delta H and delta U is delta H is equal to delta U plus P delta V. Now we are taking a chemical reaction. Chemical reaction involves reactants and products. Now we are going to consider that all the reactants and products involved in a chemical reaction are either in the solid or liquid state. All the substances involved in the chemical reaction are either in the solid state or liquid state. For solids and liquids, the change in volume is very small. Okay? What is the case? Change in volume is very small. Therefore, I will assume that delta V is 0. When delta V is 0, then P delta V will also be equal to 0. If I substitute here, I get delta H is equal to delta U. So, for chemical reactions involving solids and liquids, what is the relation between delta H and delta U? They two are equal with each other. Now, let us assume that the chemical reaction is a gaseous reaction. Means, all the reactants as well as products involved in the reaction are gases. Now for gaseous reaction, we cannot neglect change in volume. So none of the terms in this basic expression will get cancelled. Now this basic expression I am going to modify a bit. What I will do is, for delta V I will substitute. So it will become V2 minus V1. I just open the bracket. So it becomes delta H is equal to delta U plus PV2 minus PV1. What is V2? Volume of the system in the final state. Here my system is a reaction. So V2 will indicate the total volume of the gaseous products. What is V1? It is the total volume of the gaseous reactants. Let us assume that these reactants as well as products involved in the reaction behave like ideal gas. So according to ideal gas equation, we have PV is equal to nRT. So I can say PV2 is equal to N2RT. This will be applicable if I keep pressure and temperature constant. And PV1 will be equal to N1RT. Now I just substitute in this particular expression. What I will get? Delta H is equal to delta U plus N2RT minus N1RT. So what was the relation? Delta H is equal to delta U plus N2RT minus N1RT. From these two terms, I will take RT common. What will I get? Delta H is equal to delta U plus N2 minus N1 into RT. Therefore, delta H will be equal to delta U plus N2 minus N1. What is N2? Total number of moles of products which are in the gaseous state. N1 is the total number of moles of reactants which are in the gaseous state. So N2 minus N1 will give me the change in number of moles taking place during the chemical reaction. So this is written as delta Ng into RT. Here, this is very important, children, where delta Ng will be equal to N2 minus N1. which is nothing but total number of moles of gaseous products minus total number of moles of gaseous reactants. So the relation between delta H and delta U for gaseous reaction is delta H is equal to delta U plus delta NgRT. Thank you. Please like, comment and subscribe for the further videos.